Namaste, my name is Neelam Pradhananga. I am the founder of Clean Up Nepal, and this is my story. After I completed a Bachelor of Architecture here in Nepal, I then went to Australia to undertake a PhD in Heritage Conservation. Then I followed that by a Master's in Urban Planning. I had started to take part in these nationwide cleanup campaigns in Australia that a guy called Hugh started. He started this cleanup campaign to clean up Sydney Harbour, which was very dirty at that point in time. And the whole idea behind this cleanup was to get people to come out from their homes to clean up in and around where they live. And I thought, brilliant, this is exceptional. So in 2012, I came back. I thought, surely I can get 500 people to come out of their homes and to do this cleanup. But then that year we got 15,430 people to come out. They said to us, it's great that you're doing this cleanup, once a year, but it really needs to happen on an ongoing basis, and we need to start looking at some of the root causes of, the problems that we face in waste management. That is really how the journey of Clean Up Nepal began. In Nepal, waste management is often overlooked because of more pressing issues. And so we have a huge waste infrastructure deficit in this country. We have 200 plus municipalities, but we've only got 6 landfill sites. And most of the waste is being dumped along the sides of the rivers and public spaces, basically anywhere where there is some space. And so that's hugely problematic. The other issue that we have is even in the city areas where there is some waste management system in place, it's not of a high enough standard. The service is poor. The private sector, who is often involved in these cities, don't necessarily think about the environmental impact that they have. They're not held accountable for some of the actions that they take that has an adverse impact on the environment. One of the benefits of an Australian education is that it teaches you how to deal with real-life problems. In order to even start addressing a problem, you need to really understand what the key issues are. So all of our development interventions at Clean Up Nepal are based on thorough research activities that we undertake at each community. With the Thankot project, where we're trying to set up a waste collection management system, I recall when we first went to Thankot village, we went there thinking that we really understood it all. So we went to the community and said, look, we're going to organise a 12-week cleanup here, and we're going to clean this river because it looks really dirty. A lot of them are very sceptical. They did not want us to be there. They said that we didn't really understand the problems there. We took our time and we decided that it was important to really understand the context. What is making the river dirty? Is it just people throwing the rubbish in there? Why they're throwing the rubbish in there? Over time, the people in Thankot have really started to warm up to us. There is now mutual trust and respect for the work that we do. The recent cleanup that we undertook is an example of that. We developed a system where we would try to make the process as inclusive as possible. So we set up a Thankot cleanup committee that consists of organisations that represent Thankot, so educational institutes, the ward, the municipality representatives, the women's cooperative, women's groups, so just a wide range of stakeholders. And we ensure that we invite them to meetings and discuss what our next steps are going to be. So it's a truly democratic, inclusive process that the community has really begun to appreciate and understand. Over the last 12 months that we've been working at Thankot, we've just observed this massive change where we've gone from being the organisation that people were very sceptical of to an organisation that they're proud to be associated with. I hope to really grow Clean Up Nepal to an extent where we have a significant impact in improving waste management systems. This is going to be a long journey. It's definitely not something that can be resolved in the next 2 or 3 years. But I hope after a couple of decades we will no longer be needed, that government and the private sector can work hand in hand to provide these services, and that citizens are empowered and have the knowledge to understand that they really make a difference.